สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to ฉัน Carve Food Style and another section with me. I'm gonna show you how to carve a rose from Daikon Radish. You're gonna cut the radish about I would say inches and a half of thickness, and then you're gonna trim the edge here to look like this. Okay. This will be the top part of the flower here. This will be the bottom. So what you need to do now, we will go ahead and start with the center of the rose. Stay with the center of the radish here. Let me change my knife. This is not flexible enough, so and I will trim around the outside of the circle to open up the gap and take that part out here. And maybe round up around the edge of the top. So, and I think I'm gonna go a little deeper. Okay, once you're happy with the depth of the center here, I would say about this, about half an inch deep, then you will go ahead and carve the petals. Trim it off. Can you see there? Make sure you trim off the edge corner here, overlap, thin slice, and slant your knife and trim it out. Trim the corner, overlap, round the thin the shape, and then slant your knife, trim it out. Now the last petal you're gonna tuck behind on both sides, left and right, and then trim it out. Oh, is it too bright? Can you see there? Sorry, guy. Okay, and in between the petal here, you're gonna carve a thin slice, slant, trim it out. If you see any sharp corner, you need to trim it out before you start your next petals or carving. Okay, you have the rose here or carve. Then what we need to do, we're gonna carve around the outside here. Okay, let's start with our outer layer of the petals. We're gonna start in between each petal here. You don't want to start here and then the petal become the same form of the one that you just carved here. You need to do in between like this. Okay, so you're gonna scoop cut. And then follow the shape here. And then trim it out lightly, okay? Just want to open up the gap. You don't want it too much. Okay, you see there? And then scoop cut. Up, down, up. And trim off the top edge. Tuck underneath. Walk your knife a little bit. And then trim it out. Down, up, down. Trim the triangle here. Again, tuck your knife. Thin slide, walk your knife so the petal is not gonna be so round. It's gonna be like a tear. It had a little tiny zigzag on top. I don't know, can you see that? Difficult to see here. The light today is a little cloudy and dark right now. Okay. Now, you got 4 here, 3, so 4 will be 2 squares, so you need to reduce the size to get 5 petals. And to see how this curve here, you need to trim this out. And then tuck, thin slide, wiggle your knife. Try to keep the outer edge of the petals thin. This edge here. And then this one you need to tuck both up, down, up. Trim it out. Okay, see there? Now, we want our flower to more like open up this way, downward a little bit. So what you need to do, we need to open up the space here. So I'm gonna trim it out, this area, so we can see the space that we're gonna carve better and the thickness or the depth of our petals more open. So I'm trimming out here around the outside. See there? Can you see that? Okay, now what we need to do, we have to walk our knife more. Start here from this half of the petals to that half. So start walking unite. Up, down, okay? And then cut it out on the triangle part. Then start walking. And trim it out. Okay, see how the petals start to have a wavy and then tear on the edge. Again, tuck underneath, down, up, down, up, down. Can you see there? This like a sharp corner here. You need to trim it out. Okay. Then start walking your knife. And then trim it out. Okay, see there? Now again, tuck, down, up, down, up, down. So you have these two humps, trim that out. Can you see there? 1, 2, 3. You have 3. So if you make 4 petals, will be 2. This one be too large, so you need to overlap more. Then tuck down, up, down, up. Okay, and trim. Go underneath. Walk. Okay, so you have this space to create you number 5 petal. Go underneath, down, up, down, up, down, up. Trim it out. Okay, see there? Okay, I don't know, can you see that? It's difficult. I'm sorry about that. It's white. But you can see here the petals start to wave and curve, you know, instead of just round, plain. So what we need to do now, since they already go up and then kind of fan it out, you need to bend it down a little bit. So that means you have to go back, and I'm gonna trim underneath here. To give more gap into our carving here. Open up the space here. Okay, can you see better? open up the area here so our petal a little larger, and then we can continue carving more layer onto this carving here. See there? Okay, now we're gonna do the same method, continue. Since this is more going around this way, so we need to start from here, overlap this one and bring it to this one. So continue carving. So we go down, up, down, up, down, and up. See better? It's like a zigzag. And then you're going to trim off this sharp corner so they become like bumpy road, you know. So that's what create a beautiful wave of carving. Stay thin with the tip of the paddles, and then walk your knife. Use your thumb softly on top. If not comfortable, hold it this way. You don't want to bruise, you think you're going to bruise the center of your flower, keep it low. You see there how the petal become more wavy as you go. Okay, again you just tuck underneath here, down, up, down, up, down, and up tiny bit underneath of this petal here, and then trim. Okay, go underneath, thin slide, walk your knife, follow that shape. Whatever you do, you need to practice quite often in order for you to understand and get the hang of it. Okay, then again, down, up, down, up, down. And trim. Walk your knife. Okay, then okay, now I'm gonna go and open up certain area that quite thick, more space for me than if the thinner area, like I'm gonna leave it alone because this will be the last petals that we're gonna work on, and then we are running out some space here. See, they're quite thick. Okay, one more layer. Try to find a spot that you want it in between, you know, or you want this in between there. And then again, Be careful because you're running out the space. You don't want to cut your finger, okay? Okay. One last one. Actually, you can stop at this layer. You don't have to go very deep down like mine, okay? But I had to wait a lot of vegetable. So I said, why not go another layer? But if you feel like you're uncomfortable with this, then stop where you're comfortable with. Okay, here it is. Okay, here it is, guys. Here at the bottom, because I'm going to really last layer, so I don't need to trim anything. It's already trimmed as I go along, but you don't have to do as this close like mine here. See there? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 layers all together here. See there? Pretty thick, huh? Okay. To give this rose a color, you can paint it with a food color here, like I do here. Dab a food color and then run along the edge of each petals, and then we can lightly color the petals to give this flower dimensions and color into our rose carving here. You can also soak this in the food color water. That means your flower will become one solid color. I just want this flower to be more two-tone, so I had lightly paint it on the edge and then partial on the petals. So make your decision how you want your carving to look and what theme or what type of function you are using for, and decide which color you want to paint it or how you want it to appear on your garnishing.
ช่วงนี้แก้ไม่ได้หรอกตกต่างประเทศยังท่วมเลยเมืองไทยท่วมยังไงลำบากเนี่ยต้องประสิทธิภาพแล้วนะทำเต็มที่เลย
As you see here, I start lightly dab my brush into a water and brush it on the petal, so give a little light the pink on part of the petals. Not all petals are pink, so you give this carving a two-tone color, and it gives a beautiful effect instead of just one whole piece that have pink color on it. So give it a try, see how you come up with a better painting skill of your carving. So this is what I decided to do, so I can show you what my carving look like if I paint it on it. If I leave it white, you guys not gonna see it how it looks. So I paint it so you see better how the carving turned out to be. Well, what do you think, guys? Easy and simple. I hope you guys can catch this step-by-step technique how to carve this rose. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a great day and enjoy carving. Bye bye. Take care, you guys. สวัสดีค่ะ everyone.